I'll do it. Let's do it.
Until last year, Coral Nichols had never been to Tallahassee. Now, almost every week, she joins a group of advocates and former felons in the state capitol.
This is about the long term. This is about us building strength in our communities, building up leaders in our communities so that we can actually make change in Florida that impacts real people's lives.
They're training to continue the fight for something they thought they'd already settled, their right to vote.
We're here at a really momentous time for Amendment 4, and our voices matter.
Last November, Florida passed Amendment 4, a landmark ballot initiative that restored the right to vote to approximately 1.5 million felons in the state who hadn't committed crimes like murder or rape. Since March, some Republican lawmakers have worked to clarify Amendment 4's implementation. The most controversial proposal, requiring former felons to pay off all the restitution, court fines, and fees associated with their sentence before they can register to vote.
There's currently 2 bills. The bill in the House right now is worse than the bill in the Senate. We're opposed to both of them.
Many felons struggle to find basic employment, never mind pay off thousands in fines that can rack up quickly and accrue interest. Between 2013 and 2018 alone, the state issued $1 billion in fines and fees for felonies.
I strive to be a returning citizen, but in a current state of mind, to so many people, I'm still an inmate.
In 2005, Coral got caught embezzling money from her employer. She pled guilty to grand theft and wrongful misuse of identity and served 4 years and 7 months in prison. Now she does work helping other felons cope, develop new skills, and find housing. What's left of your probation and restitution?
I've done 9 years and 7 months without a violation of a 10-year probation sentence. I'm at the very end now. But my restitution has gone from $190,000 to about $290,000.
And how does that price tag break down? Like, to the state of Florida, what do you owe them?
At the current sentence, the $190,000 in restitution that I owe at $100 a month is what I'm ordered to pay. I'll be 190 years old before that restitution is paid back.
In the eyes of former felons like Coral, lawmakers aren't trying to clarify Amendment 4. They're using a loophole to undermine it.
Sentencing someone to pay an amount of money that you know that they will never pay back in a lifetime, it's incomprehensible to me that we would set someone up in that manner.
The debate boils down to what it means to have completed all terms of your sentence. Is it when you've finished probation? Is it after you've paid some of or every last dime of court fees back to the system? Of course, the answer is political. 1.5 million potential new voters could reshape the electorate, throwing uncertainty into a state where Republicans have an edge. Representative Jamie Grant drafted the controversial bill. Coral met with him in private to plead her case and then faced him in committee.
Our only responsibility is to do exactly what was put before the voters. And so the initial bill did that. And what the initial bill did was define the terms of the sentence, and it only included the things that are read out loud by the judge in the 4 corners of the sentence.
In the past, someone could have gone to a judge, had a conversation with that judge, and had their criminal restitution transferred into a civil lien. And as soon as it had that status, they could move forward with, say, the clemency process, and that would no longer be part of their sort of criminal sentence. This bill makes that part impossible. A civil lien doesn't help them move forward.
But to suggest that just because something's converted from criminal to civil, it's no longer part of the sentence, I think is a far leap. However, what we have said is that the Department of Corrections, under existing statutory authority, can waive the collection where somebody is indigent. Right? The ability for a victim to waive restitution or for a judge to actually terminate the sentence. So rather than just saying we're going to convert it to a civil lien, the bill actually allows a judge to terminate the sentence.
What you just described means that there are a lot of different people who are going to end up having the right to make decisions around other people's right to vote.
We still have to operate inside the confines of both the separations of powers, existing state law, and existing constitutional amendments. What you're highlighting is why it is so problematic to make policy in the Constitution. What we're going to do is try and make the best sense of it with the black letter of the law.
Grant's bill in the House passed. Advocates failed to change lawmakers' minds about fees, but Grant did add an amendment that removed the expectation that they'd have to pay off interest too.
What they did is actually
taking a step towards that gray area, step outside of politics, step outside of left and right, progressive, conservative, into the realm of making decisions on behalf of people that live in the gray. I live in the gray.